Welcome to Libertyland. I'm Zach.
I'm Marty.
And it's cold as hell again, so we're back in the studio for another gun cleaning.
Let's get cracking. So this month, we are doing the Zastava M57, chambered in one of my absolute favorites, 7.62 by 25. Tokarev. Sorry that I mispronounced it last time. Tokarev.
Yeah.
So we'll be stripping this guy down, doing a quick clean on it, and next time that you hear from me, we're gonna be on a top-down camera. Alright guys, so here we have my Zastava M57, chambered in 7.62 Tokarev. This is by far one of my absolute favorites. Casey, if you actually watch this, you might remember that. So, once again, number one thing you always want to do when you are going to be doing any kind of gun cleaning, make sure that you check. Oh, look at that! It's in there again. So, here we go. And make sure the chamber's clear. Chamber's clear. Alright, so here we have the M57, the little C-clip here that is holding everything together. Alright, so you got a flathead here. I'll keep this guy kind of close by in case anything else. I already do, so. Alright, there you go. So, one of the just safety measures that I do whenever I'm using any of my flathead tools and I need to be pressing against metal, I'll always take a little bit of electrical tape and I'll just put it around the metal to make sure that I'm not going to be doing any metal to metal contact, because I actually like my things and I don't want to wreck them. There you go. So that'll give my flathead just a little bit of extra safety on there. So go ahead, press it up against, it's got this little tab as you can see here. Take that tab, press it on, just give her a little whack. There we go. So, you can see the striations. This is the same one to make sure that, you can have everything open here. Now that we have that pin out, it's just press through. All right, so there's that. So like before, I've got my little thing of gun oil. Set that aside. And we're just going to go ahead and drop the parts in there as we go. Now this one is really, really easy. Once you have that pin out, it's absolute piece of cake. So just slide that guy forwards. And you don't have your lower. And you have the upper slide. Now this, being a Zastava, is a little more complicated than your standard Americanized Glock, or well, I guess not really Glock, it's not really American, but your standard pistols, is that you have a roller here. You need to make sure that the roller is held back and take out the spring here. The spring has a little mechanism out there so that it is flexible for when you're putting it back in. It's almost like a little, I guess you'd almost think like a U-joint in there. Now, this piece here, just take, set it out of there so I don't lose it. And then, just like a 1911, you've got the barrel lug here. You take that out. That's holding your barrel in place. You didn't see that? Do it again. So once you get out your main spring, this becomes very loose. Just take that, move it aside a little bit, and pop it out. You can see here, there are some grooves holding it in place. So this guy, you almost need to go like a full 180 to get it to unlock. But once it's out, there you go. And put it in your little dish. The roller mechanism is now free. You can see that. So put it forwards, And everything should slide very cleanly through a slide. So there is the barrel. It's a very nice piece of equipment. I mean, this thing was machined very, very well. You can tell it is quite dirty. I do actually take care of this gun pretty well, so it shouldn't be too filthy. The ammunition that I do run, because it is a little harder to get a hold of, it isn't exactly the cleanest ammo. I am using some Chinese surplus currently, but you know, you got to make do with what you got. So if I got to clean a little bit more, then I'll clean a little bit more than normal. So if anybody who's watching this knows where I can find some Tokarev, let me know, because I would love to pick some up. I'd like to be able to go shoot this more often. So just before, got my little Ziploc bag here. Got your cleaning tools in it. Set that aside. So I've got my brushes and my hook and my toothbrush, the cleaning bag there. And once again, for anybody who's just watching this episode, in my little cleaning bowl, I am using the Hops No. 9 cleaner. Standard procedure. Sorry, I'm going to take off the hat. I don't know how in the way that is, but I'll find out after this episode. Alright, get some of the cleaner on your toothbrush. Go through here. And again, just give it a nice scrub. Anything bulky that got in here, you're getting loose. Because again, anywhere that the gun is going to be sliding, you want to make sure you don't have any large debris, or small debris for that matter. So then you've got this guy. You can take... Alright, so you can take out the hammer, set that aside. Kind of opens up everything on the inside here for you. Yeah, I mean that's what a roll breaks down to. There you go. So once again, use your soft brush and go ahead and give everything a nice little scrub down here. And there are the slide rails. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead, set it there. Your hammer mechanism. Oh yeah, got some big crud coming out of this. So there we go. We kind of set everything over the side here, so it looks more like a little blown up view for anybody who just wants to take a peek at it. And the barrel. So once again, got my everything kit. Toothbrush on the roller, because can't really. I'm going to use the deep creep on the inside again, but I'm just going to clean up on the outside first. I'm going to go ahead. I have a, I mean, it's pretty beaten up right now, but it is a soft metal brush. Just kind of run it through anywhere that the soft bristle is not getting everything off of. Again, since this is metal, you do not want to be pressing very hard. Next up, we got the deep creep. Get a nice foaming action in there. Right, set it aside so that it doesn't drip anywhere. And let it work its magic for a minute. So I don't know how well, I mean, how well you guys can see in there at all, because you're going to focus, but that is pretty gnarly lookings out of that barrel. It's definitely going to need the wire in there. Just run it through once each way. You don't, again, you do not want to use that to damage the board at all. So, alright, it's already looking better inside there. Just after running it through that once. So, we'll go ahead and grab our little cotton hook. Get our cleaning pads out. And just go ahead and set it through there. And run it through. It's not too bad. I know this is probably about the same as the high point. But like I said, I mean, I'm running surplus ammo through this because the Tokarev is not easy to find. So that might have a little something to do with it being a little more dirty than one of my normal handguns. Oh, there you go. Alright, so that... Actually, you know what? Seafoam, if you guys want to sponsor me, I will talk you guys up all day long. Your Deep Creep, I never once imagined that I'd be using it as a gun cleaner until you had some reps come visit me at my other place of business and talk to me about it. But this stuff, I mean, it looks like brand new in there. You can see the bore perfectly. There's nothing left inside of there. This is just amazing. Very, very, very good product. Everything else has kind of had a little bit of a chance to soak now. I'm gonna finish off the barrel here, as long as it's the part in front of me. So make sure you give everything a good wipe. As before, like, I'm not a professional. Like, I'm not going to be using a sonic cleaner on this or anything. But when you're wiping it clean, just make sure that when you take the cloth away, it's fairly clean. I'm not looking for white glove treatment here, but it is definitely looking better. If you guys want to go through like the history more of any of these guns, let me know in the comments. I know there's like a lot of channels out there. I mean, I'm not Gun Jesus or Flannel Daddy or the AK guy. I know those guys get into the history of firearms quite a bit. So I'm not gonna just bore you with another one. If you're here, you probably already watched them. So just let me know if you guys want to go through a little more with history of the firearms that I have. We can make a pretty good series on them. I have a decent handful. Fuck off, ATF. You don't need to know how many I actually have. So there you go. So barrel done. Go ahead and set it aside. Next, move on to the hammer assembly. Get some more of your little cloths and just give her everything a real nice rub down. Looks like some pocket lint, which I don't really know how I got pocket lint in here. I do not pocket carry any of my handguns, except of course for my actual concealed carry. But that is in a pocket holster. Not quite sure how it got in there, but I'm glad that it's out now. I'm gonna guess that the dirtiest part on this gun is again gonna be the upper slide. Those always get pretty gnarly on my stuff. I'm gonna grab a Q-tip or two out of here. 5, I guess. I don't know. There we go. Alright. And just want to give everything one more little rub down. Yeah, that was pretty gross in those slides. So now that we got the laptop, everybody, I was kind of thinking it might be kind of fun to do like either a cooking video or another one of these kind of stripped down and cleaning videos on a live stream, so we can kind of talk to you guys while we're doing it. So jump in the comments, let us know what you think. It'd be kind of fun to do that. We usually have 2 people here whenever we are filming, so like we could easily do a live stream and chit chat with you guys while we're doing any of this here. Kind of something that you might want to be interested in. Be nice to kind of get to know more of you guys while we're doing this. If you want to learn even more, Zach, where should they go if they want to talk to us even more?
If you guys want to hang out with us more, make sure to join the Discord. Link in the description.
Zach is here with us right now. He's actually currently editing next door to me while I'm doing this. Alright, so I can see in the lower here that it is a little gross in there, so I'm just going to take my medium bristle and just kind of run it through. And on this guy, I do have a large brush and a small brush. Small one definitely comes in handy for getting into places like this. Alright, so there is the lower, all nice and clean. And now, time for the upper. Again, this is usually the most filthy part. It's not too bad. Like I said, this is definitely one of my favorites. I do clean this one. I'm never going to say I clean every one of my guns every single time I go to the range. I might go, I don't know, 2-3 times before I get around to cleaning some of them, but I do make sure to actually get out there and take care of the ones that I really enjoy and the ones I use the most. I try not to have my stuff go too wayward, because then once you decide to actually clean it, then it looks like the high point. Upper's all done, lower's all done, barrel's all done, hammer's all done. So now I'll go through reassembly. Might help I actually have my little pieces though. My bad. Alright, so not quite done yet. Go ahead and again, springs are moving parts. You want to make sure you don't have any debris in your moving parts. So just make sure to give it a very nice wipe down. This is also why I usually keep the springs in with the gun oil, just because I do not want any of this stuff to seize up. Now I'm happy that this was deep enough that it did get into the U-joint here. So if there's anything stuck inside there, it is definitely out now. Shout out to my buddy Ozzy, who I believe, if I remember right, either has like the numbers matching serial right before or right after mine. That's really cool. We have like the same gun and everything. I don't actually know if he's ever cleaned his. So Ozzy, I'm going to tell you that I gave you a shout out in this video in the hopes that you actually clean your gun for once. Or sell it to me, along with all your ammo. Now, time for reassembly. There are no more parts in there. I had to double check, it's getting a little cloudy already. Go ahead and seal that up. Save it for next time, because I'm cheap. Alright, so, do everything in reverse now. Upper, barrel. So make sure that the roller's in the down position, and it sits right in these grooves. I hope that you guys can see it. You can kind of see the grooves in there, but you can definitely see the grooves in the barrel. Sits directly in those. So there's that. Take your barrel lug. Remember, this goes 180 degrees. Here we are. And then I'll take this guy here. Now, you can see on here, it's got a little cutaway there, lip there, and what that's going to do is this is going to hug the barrel. So make sure to have your roller in the up position. I'm going to take this. Remember, it's got that little U-joint in there. You can press her in there. Make sure that the roller is up. Compress it a little bit. Just make sure that it sits nicely in there. And that'll also hold your barrel lug as well. So that is not coming out now. So there is that. Now we're going to go ahead and drop in your hammer assembly. And you can see in here, when it drops in, there's only one spot it'll go, and that will complete your slide. So there's that. All right. Next up, use your hops. Number 9, gun lubricant. I typically take 1 drop, put it back there in the hammer assembly, There we go. So obviously, it's a moving part. You want to make sure all your moving parts are lubricated. And then one goes down one side. One goes down the other side. And I will have, again, moving parts. One part, or one drop there in the roller. One drop there in the U-joint. And then I will drop in one little one back here. One little one back there where the hammer actually hits the striker. And then once again, just go ahead, drop her down the rails, and drop it down the rails. And then make sure to have that thing closed, because I don't know if it's just me, but every single one of those bottles I've owned, they are just notorious for leaking. But it's such a good product that I forgive it. So, all right. So, very, very easy once again. Just take that, slide it right on in there. And then typically, you know, even though that I know this is unloaded, don't ever just put your finger over the barrel. I mean, that's just not smart. I will typically take one finger, just press through here, and then press down on this just a little bit so that your takedown pin goes right through. So there's that. And again, we got the little C-clip, and you just press it in. You don't even need the screwdriver to put it back in. It's got that lip on there, but there we go. Zastava M57. Oh, that is crisp.
It's crispy.
Whew. There we go. So, there we go. My Zastava M57. Field strip and cleaning. More gun cleaning videos to come. Hope you guys enjoyed. And as always, stay free.